What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Listen, this video is going to be completely different from everything else that we typically do on the channel. I am so excited to share this manga journey that I'm going on with y'all, and hopefully you enjoy the ride too. So let's just go ahead, play the intro, and get into the video.
It's the power of G. What we doing, come and see. Making bold comments on movies and on TV. Everything magic, ironic, cause he the one. Go subscribe, cause it's easier to show you what's going on. It's the power of G.
So before we get started, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment down below. What's some of your favorite manga? What do you like to read? I am just now getting into it, and so for me, girl, I don't know nothing. I know that I have watched some anime, right? So I've watched like Jujutsu Kaisen, which, I don't know. That one for me was a little extreme. It was a lot because I knew as soon as he started eating fingers, I was like, baby, I don't know. This might not be for me. This might not be something that I tap into regularly. I think I'm going to leave y'all where it's at with that one. I don't remember how far I got into it, but I remember just at a certain point being like, you know what? I'm going to come back to this. And then I never did. I watched Naruto. I loved Naruto. I actually have the box sets coming, but that'll probably be a separate thing because I kind of bought all 3 box sets. And so like I'm going to unbox those maybe together. Probably together. I'm going to say I'm going to unbox them together and just enjoy the experience of having the Naruto manga in my life. I do plan on reading them, but that's a big undertaking. I've watched some Mob Psycho. I have watched, I can't remember the other ones. I've kind of watched a little bit of Fairy Tail, but a lot of what I've seen, I got in manga form just because for some reason I feel like I have an easier time taking it in when it's manga. And I just recently kind of discovered that because when I watch the anime, sometimes I get bored or I'll walk off or I'll do this or I'll do that. But for some reason when I'm reading the manga, I think it's because I have to sit there and I have to like pay attention to what's being said. I have to pay attention to the way that the characters are moving. I have to look at the panels and I have to interpret what's going on. So I will say that it absolutely has helped my concentration as far as the storylines go. So the point of today's video is for me to show you the manga that I've been collecting so far, kind of tell you what I think about it, if I've started reading it, kind of where I'm at with it. And because we were just talking about Spy Family, let's go ahead and start there. So this is the first volume of Spy Family, but I actually have the first 6. I had to count for some reason. And I just finished reading the first volume the other day. So I've already started making a little content on it. I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to release that. But just this first volume, hooked. Like when I tell you just this first volume had me like ready, because it's been so long since I watched watched the anime. I did watch the Spy Family anime on Hulu, I want to say, and fell in love with the story, and I got a good ways into it and then stopped. But like I said, there's something about reading the manga that just Lloyd Forger, let me tell you something. I'm gonna call him Twilight. His name is Twilight. Well, we don't know what his name is, but his code name is Twilight. He is such a compelling character to me because I just want to know so much more about him. Anyway, I'm gonna save that thought for the podcast, but I love him. I love me some Yor. Love me some Yor to pieces. Anya is just, how can you, I feel like you can't not like Anya. You know what I mean? She's one of those characters that I just feel like she's so adorable and just so lovable. Like, it's hard not to like that girl. Next up is Kaguya-sama Love is War. I read the first chapter of this, and so far it's really cute. I love a good romance, apparently, because we watched Sign of Affection. I have the first 2 omnibuses of Sign of Affection. And I'm going to go back and read those probably again because I love the story just that much. And that was what made me realize, love me a good romance. Love me a good, we're in love. Everything is great. And plus this cover art is just beautiful. My God, like this is some top tier stuff. I can't wait. I know for sure I'm going to collect all of Spy Family. I know that. I've already made up in my mind. Like I have the first 6 volumes. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get the next however many are out. So very excited about that, to add those to the growing collection, because I've also decided to collect manga. I don't think that I told y'all that. So I've actually decided to start collecting manga because I don't know, it just seems so cool. It just seems not cool in the way that like, oh, it's cool and so I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon, but cool is in like I understand why people collect it. Like I understand that rush that you kind of get when you find this new volume of something. I understand like you find a story and you want to complete the story. I totally get it. And reading manga has just completely changed the way that I see stories now. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful like cover. I love the colors and I cannot wait to get the full collection and just see all the spines together. Like I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people collecting manga, things like that, and they always talk about how beautiful the spines are. And at first I was like, it's just a spine, but then when I look at it, I'm like, you know what, if you're into collecting, I can see how just being able to look at your bookshelf or whatever and just see like these beautiful volumes, I can see like how that's such a big thing. I in no way, shape, form, nor fashion, okay, am probably gonna read One Piece. And not because it's too long necessarily, because I did start watching the anime and I think that the anime was good. And I think that One Piece tells some good stories. The problem is that the stories are so sad sometimes. That dog, the dog that was taking care of the shop that the owner had, I cried so hard that I could not control myself. Between him and that whale, no ma'am. No ma'am, it's not for me. But because I am a weirdo and I just love the way that things look, I did get the Ace's Stories novels. Now, who Ace is, I'll be 100% honest and tell you, I don't fully know. But I saw these covers and I was like, I have got to get I was like, I gotta get them. I just have to like look at this. This is beautiful. I don't know who. I'm assuming this is Ace. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know who this person is. I have no idea who that is. No idea who that is. But you know what? Dagnabbit, I got them. I have them in my possession, and I'm gonna read them too at some point. I don't know when. I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. And I know that at some point I am going to, and then apparently they have like manga versions of the novels, which I didn't know because I probably would have bought those instead of this. But this is just so beautiful. How can you, I feel like, how can you like walk past this? This is just gorgeous. The way that it shines, the way it illuminates, and it's not exactly like they were the most expensive things in the world. That's why I went ahead and bought them. If they had been like $40, I wouldn't have gotten them. But these were very, very affordable, very, very cheap. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, add them to the collection, and then just in case I do ever start to collect One Piece, at least I'll have something to start it off. Now that, I'm not gonna lie, that was very much me. Somebody's gonna watch this and be like, you're a pretender, you're a faker. And maybe I am, because baby, I don't know who none of them people are. I just wanted those books are the only ones that I can say I got just because I wanted them, not because I'm like super interested in the whole franchise like that. But I was like, girl, I can't walk past them. So next up, if you're on our Discord, every Thursday we get together and we watch anime. And one of the anime that Daisy has introduced to us, because Daisy hosts our anime night, she introduced Princess Jellyfish to me. And I don't know how to describe Princess Jellyfish if you've never seen it. It is just a trip of a story. I mean, I literally cannot describe this story to you. And not because it's like so wild and out there. It's just the main character is this young woman right here, and she lives in a house with these other women. This individual right here is, I'm assuming, a drag queen. He does dress in women's clothes. I don't think that he's transgender. I don't believe that he is a transgender character. I think that he's only a drag queen. The reason that I say that this story is so wild is because they'll turn to stone. Girl, she done got jellyfish and put them in the bathtub, and then she finally transfers them over. Every time, like her and the brother to this person, they doing some flirt. It's so much going on at one time. And then the people that are in the house, the other women that are in the house with her, are just so odd and they're so quirky. I'm telling you that I am obsessed with this story. I am just obsessed with this story. And mind you, at the same time that all this is going on, he is looking for his mother because his father and half brother are keeping them apart. I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with finding out why he can't talk to his mama, like why he can't know where she's at. I'm telling you that this story, I'm enamored with it. I'm obsessed. So yeah, I had to pick up Princess Jellyfish. I just, and this was the only copy. This was literally when I went to Books a Million. This was the only copy they had, and I was like, I mean, I could have bought it, I'm sure, somewhere else. Like I could have bought it on Amazon or something. But I was like, while I'm here in the store, let's just check and see if they have it. And this was the last. I don't even know if it was the only. This was the last copy that they had. I was so gagged. It just felt like it was meant to be. It was meant to be a part of my collection. I don't know how many volumes of this there are. If there's just this one, then I have the one. If there's more, I'm going to have to get them and I'm going to have to update y'all. I promise you, we're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch. I'm just going to kind of zoom through everything else, okay? Because I don't want to keep y'all here all day. Never seen Fire Force, never read Fire Force. Definitely interested to see what this is given. I have heard amazing things about this. People truly have recommended it to me a million times. So I am going to see what Fire Force is giving. Sakamoto Days is another one that I'm so interested in because I love a good former hitman situation. So I'm very interested to see what this one is going to be given to. Record of Ragnarok. I watched this anime on Netflix and fell in love. I already know that this is one that I'm going to collect the whole series. I already know that. So this was more just for me to say, am I sure? Because I didn't read the manga, I only watched the anime. So I already know I'm going to get this, but I just didn't have the money to buy more. And so I was like, okay, just start with this one. And then once you make your way through this one, you can get the rest. So I'm so excited. Hunter x Hunter, I am probably not going to collect this one, but I did want to get this omnibus just so I can kind of because I started watching the anime and the anime was good, don't get me wrong. And it's not that I don't like the story, it's just that I don't think that this is going to quite be the one for me that I'm going to want to see on like an ongoing basis, or, oh, let me just see how the story ends. I really think that the omnibus was for me because I'm not doing all that. I also got the fairy tale omnibus because I just want to see. Another one. I started watching the anime. Don't remember why I stopped watching it. And so I'm like, okay, maybe if I just read it real quick. Because I don't even remember the little cat person. I don't even remember where the little cat person comes from. Because it's been so long since I tried to watch fairy tale. So I'm thinking that once I kind of get through this and see like if I like it or not, then I'll go from there. And it may be one of those that I go back and watch the anime just to see how I feel about it once I get done with this. Because I can make it through an omnibus pretty quickly, given the opportunity. So while I was at a Comic-Con, I actually found this, and it's called Orisha. And it's apparently about a young man who unexpectedly receives the superhuman power of the Orisha, godlike beings who are born from celestial seeds. So I am very excited to see what this turns into. I don't know if they made more than just this one volume. I have no idea. But I'm going to see how I like it, and then I'm going to go from there and I'll keep y'all updated and let y'all know. And if you've ever read this before, then please let me know in the comments. So I also have the first two omnibus editions of A Sign of Affection, but we kind of are running a little long, so I don't want to show you that. But if you want to see me talk about that, I'm probably going to be talking about it over on the Patreon. That's going to be something that I'm going to include in the podcast at some point as well. So I'm thinking I'm gonna rotate in Spy Family, Naruto, and A Sign of Affection just to get me started, because I want to talk about stories that I'm familiar with versus ones that I'm not, just so I can kind of have like that basis of discussion for you. So Let me know in the comments what manga you like. Let me know what manga you've read, which ones you want to read. I cannot wait to get recommendations from y'all. And before we end this video, as always, I want to thank my beautiful supporters over on Patreon. Everything that you do to support me, to support the channel, to support the brand, I appreciate it so much, and you do not know what it means to me that you choose to support me financially, emotionally, and any other way that you can possibly think of. It's what keeps me going, and it's what keeps me fueled. So if you or someone you know would like to join the Patreon, please head on over to patreon.com/powerofg. We do monthly watch parties. We do charmed watch parties. We're watching Once Upon a Time currently. You get extra bonus content. And every week I do a gratitude journal that's available to all paid members. So if you want to be a part of that experience, please feel free to head on over. So y'all, I think that is going to do it for today. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. And I hope that y'all have a great day, a great evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you later. Bye.
We got the power. We got the power.